Caitlin Clark is apparently receiving massive criticism with regards to refusing to participate in the WNBA All-Star three-point contest. And I am calling absolute complete nonsense on this. Let's take a listen to this clip, and then we'll break it down from there.
How do you consider Clark reportedly saying no to the three, and how should the league feel about that?
Yeah, I don't like it when the stars do not do these competitions. I didn't like not seeing Aaron Judge and Otani. I don't like seeing the LeBrons and the Zions in the dunk contest. But especially right now for Caitlin Clark, this is a missed opportunity. And as much for Caitlin Clark as it is for all those people who spent all that time talking about how could Team USA not have her on the team, because how do you grow the game without Caitlin Clark? This is another opportunity. What are they going to say now? Because Caitlin Clark has opted out of an opportunity that will grow the game. We saw when UNESCO broke the record for the three-point competition, she grew the game and it became a mainstream moment. And so Caitlin Clark is opting out of that. Don't tell me she's tired because you wanted her on Team USA. Don't tell me she doesn't want attention, because if she was on Team USA, she'd be getting a lot of attention. There's really no excuse for her not to go out there and shoot a few threes for the betterment of the game that everybody says is so desperate for her to make grow.
You're acting like they're not desperate for her to grow. You're acting like those people that are saying that they're desperate for Caitlin Clark to make this league grow. If that's the case, then you don't need Caitlin Clark to grow it. Go have your own All-Star weekend. Go have your own three-point contest. Stop talking out of both sides out of your mouth, because it's nonsense. It's absolute and utter nonsense. The WNBA has gone out of their way to reject Caitlin Clark every step of the way. They keep trying to act like she's not as big as she actually is. They go out of their way to make her feel as uncomfortable as they possibly can. And then you want her just to keep on giving. They don't want, the WNBA does not want Caitlin Clark even in the NBA All-Star, in the WNBA three-point contest. Okay? They don't. They act like they do, but they don't actually. They make her feel so uncomfortable. They don't want her to be the face of the WNBA. This is a lose-lose situation for Caitlin Clark. If Caitlin Clark does the WNBA three-point contest, what she does is all the attention goes to her, and then people get upset about it. The media gets upset about it. Other fans get upset about it. The players get upset about it. There's more to basketball than just Caitlin Clark. What is this, the Caitlin Clark weekend? They'll have big issues because they know the Caitlin Clark fans will dominate the WNBA All-Star weekend if she's in those two contests, the three-point and the skills contest. And the media will continue to give her issues for it. And the other players will be more jealous and petty with regards to it. And now if she doesn't do it because she feels pressure from her community not to do it, now the media continues and says, how dare you do this? It's insane. You're setting her up for a lose-lose situation. She's doing everything she can to grow this sport, being an amazing role model for girls all over the world. And yet you want to keep setting her up to fail. It's insanity. Get out of here with this nonsense. You guys are trying to act like she's not the Rookie of the Year. You're trying to act like she's not the one that is leading the way in growing the sport and the ratings. And then when she says, okay, fine, then I'm going to sit out, you're like, how dare you do that? It's a disgrace, man. I mean, I feel bad for this girl at this point. I really, really do. I mean, she's a beast and she can handle it herself. And she's getting paid, so I don't feel too bad. But this is just nonsense. This is the aspect of the media that drives me crazy. Seriously. If she did it, if she did the three-point contest, everybody would be talking about it. And I want to see it. I want to watch it. Blame the WNBA for and the women who are actually on the teams and the coaches that make her feel as uncomfortable as they possibly can. When she played her game, when she set the not the record for triple doubles, I forget which game it was. The opposing coach is wearing a shirt that says "Black Girls Rock." Like, just bizarre, weird stuff the WNBA does. They want to make Caitlin Clark feel uncomfortable. They're trying to act like she's only popular because she's white, and that she's been given a leg up and a privilege relative to these other women, that these other women are more deserving to be popular than Caitlin Clark, and that the only reason why they're not is because they don't have the same skin color as Caitlin. That's what they keep trying to send the message to Clark. And then now when Caitlin Clark kind of starts to say, okay, fine, you guys have this weekend. I won't do the 3-point contest. You go do the skills contest. I'll step away. You're not going to bash her for it? Oh my God. That's just crazy. That's just crazy. Right? That's like being a parent and you're taking your kids to all the sporting events and all of the games, and they're in a baseball league and a basketball league and a football league and a soccer league, and then people are saying you are running your kids into the ground, you're doing too much, you need to stop, you're gonna get them injured. And then there's like some weekend where some baseball tournament, and they're like, all right, we're gonna keep our kids out of that baseball tournament. They're like, you're a bad parent. How could you not let your children go play in that tournament? And it's like, what? You just told me that I was running them into the ground and doing and harming them. Now that I take the break off, you're telling me that I'm a bad parent? What do you want from me? Just crazy. It's just crazy. I don't even understand. I don't know how else to put it. Because it's just wild to me. This is a missed opportunity for not to be in the 3-point contest. But it's because the WNBA has done everything they could to make her not feel welcome. From the media, to the anti-Caitlin Clark fans, to the coaches, to the other players. Caitlin Clark has been on an island. Not only because she's already just one of the best to ever do it, but also because she hasn't been accepted into their sisterhood, into that sorority. And it's a tough place to be. I do feel for Caitlin in that regard. This is more than just a rookie having to earn her stripes, having to pay her dues. She doesn't have to pay dues. She built the whole thing herself. She's done more in 26 games than these women have done in 27 years. That's a fact. The ratings are bigger. The money's bigger. They're actually getting media rights deals now, over $2 billion worth. She has more assists. She's got more assists in a single game, and she did it in 26 games. It took her 26 games to set that record. It's just crazy. It really is. It's just wild. And yet the media still wants to harp on her. I could only imagine if she did this weekend and was in the 3-point contest and it was all the fans, people would be complaining and saying there's just too much focus on Caitlin Clark. We have to give it up to all these other great women. And it's like, okay. So then she sat out. You said that you don't need Caitlin Clark for this. The media said that it's not all because of Caitlin Clark why there's been such an uprise in fandom. If that's true, then this All-Star weekend should be fine without Caitlin. So go ahead. Go check it out. Let's see. Let's see what the ratings look like. I'll be patiently waiting. I'll tell you one thing, though. I'm not watching the 3-point contest or the skills contest because it's boring to me. Those women are not exciting to watch relative to Caitlin Clark. I became a fan of the WNBA because of Caitlin Clark, just like a lot of other fans. And that's okay because I keep watching Caitlin Clark games, and now as I watch those games, I start to become fans of these other athletes, of these other women, of these other teams. That's how it works. But they want you to make you feel guilty for that. They want to make you feel guilty for being a Caitlin Clark fan because it's not who they want you to be a fan of. And it's just crazy to me. But those are just my thoughts. I would absolutely love to hear yours. What do you guys all think? Do you think Caitlin Clark should be slammed for refusing to participate in the WNBA All-Star 3-point contest or skills competition? Let me know in the comments below. I read every single comment, so whether you agree with me or disagree with me, either way, let's get in some discussions, let's get in some fights, but ultimately, let's just have some fun. And please do consider subscribing. We are building an amazing community here, and I would absolutely love to see you part of it. I want to build something that we all genuinely feel connected to, something that we're really excited to be part of. I think we're well on our way to doing it. And please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, as it really does help with the visibility and the algorithm. Thank you so much, and see you next time.